Hello. Oh my God. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Dude.
I'm eating though.
Do you care?
No.
Okay. Let's get it. Oh shit, dude. It's been a while. My goodness. You've grown quite the beard.
My chat. It looks better in real life.
Does it? Tell me about that.
No, I gotta get an appointment with a barber.
You could just yeah, like I do too, dude. Like my hair right now is like the longest it's been in like a really long time. Cause I'm trying really hard to grow my hair out, and then like then I'll not be balding, but it doesn't matter. Like no matter how much I grow my hair, I'm still balding. Yeah, I'll be there soon.
Yeah. Welcome to the club.
I know. I'm part of the club, dude. I'm about to be like fucking co-founder, dude. My barber told me like last time I went, and this is why I haven't been in a long time because I don't want to hear this again, that like I'm basically inevitably just gonna go this way all the way through, and then I'm gonna have hair here, and I'm gonna have hair here on the sides only.
Yeah, that's what it's like to be an old white guy. You lose your hair.
And I was like, fuck it, dude. I'm gonna go all the way bald. I don't know about you. I'm not keeping it. There's no way. Cause I can't, I think you just gotta commit the entire way.
Not me, man. I'm growing out my hair right now.
Oh yeah? Are you gonna do some science to try to fix it, like some Kevorkian
No,
shit? No,
no. That's a personal spite to Twitch chat as well, because they always accuse me of doing it.
Of like doing like hair, whatever you do, like implants or whatever.
Yeah, like he's not on camera because he got hair plugs.
I think you kind of look like a fucking like a 80s metal star a little bit.
Dude, look, this looks good.
Yeah.
Ish.
It looks like you're a little bit homeless.
Yeah. The jacket makes me look homeless,
yeah,
dude.
It does.
That was bought for the specific purpose.
Well, your mission is accomplished, I think.
No, dude. No, seriously.
You're eating a fast food hamburger. You've got like the long hair going. You've got
this is a delicious submarine sandwich from a local shop.
Oh,
it's
really?
Good. Yeah. I had to wait in line for 30 minutes.
Why?
It was packed.
Oh, it's lunchtime. It's like 1.
Yeah,
in your world.
Dude, I always go to this place in like at like 2,
Mm-hmm.
because I'll eat before stream or whatever.
Yeah.
No one's there. And then I go there at fucking 12:20. And it's packed with old white people trying to get their sandwiches. So.
Just like you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you ever like dude, like certain places like they have like really good like local joints and shit like that. And like I like, do you have like a lot of like local like good stuff around you?
No.
Oh,
this is the
only one.
One of the only ones. And it sucks. I drive sometimes I'll drive close to like 45 minutes to get good food.
Do you
if
cook
I've got time?
food?
Sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But not all the time.
I cook a lot of food, almost everything. And so I try to stick like really healthy.
Does your GF cook?
I wish, but no, she doesn't. And whenever she does, she's super Filipino.
Dude, what's wrong with that? That's awesome.
She cooks like some like unknown dish.
Are you eating chicken feet and fucking chicken hearts?
Yeah, I'm like a I don't know, dude. Maybe it's like bad or something, and I don't even know, dude. In 2020, I can't keep up. But like, I eat, potatoes, steak, salad, shit like that. Anything, cake, sandwiches. Okay, and then she's like, "This is some name or whatever," right? And then it's good. It's like it's okay, but all right. So like for Valentine's Day, right? I told her, "Look, I want you to. I'd love to do like whatever you want," and she was like, "Awesome, okay." And we're gonna go to this like restaurant that I can't even pronounce, and there's like bits and pieces in the bowl and stuff like that that I don't even recognize, and I'm cool with it, right? I'll eat it, but it's like a thing I have to accept in my mind before I go do it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So,
I'm done eating. Sorry.
You're no, dude. I can just talk. You're fine. take your time. Yeah, I'm happy you're here. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, no, it's awesome.
He was the one that wanted to do a second one, which was like really
cool.
Yeah,
because we got sidetracked so hard the first time.
Probably will happen again. I have lots and lots of notes for today. As I was prepped super hard, but this one I prepped the most for.
Really?
Because because you're like well, you know this, like I'm very excited about having you on, and just in general I've been inspired by you for a long time.
What can you do, man?
Yeah.
Sometimes you're just born with it, I'm just kidding.
That's what we're trying to figure out. That's what we're trying to figure out. No, I've had some pretty cool guests on this show. Like we had Agent 00. He's an like NBA 2K like huge YouTuber. He was on last week.
I tuned in for that briefly.
Yeah, it was cool.
That's like a whole side of Twitch that's crazy, man. Fucking, I feel like I'll tune in these motherfuckers playing NBA 2K or whatever, and it'll be like $1,000 money match, and these motherfuckers are always not doing money matches every time.
Yeah,
what's up with that?
It's a really crazy world because there's like there's like people that they actually have like tons of viewers, and there's a whole ecosystem, there's a whole culture, there's drama, there's all this stuff going on, and it's like completely outside of like what we would know as like the Reddit kind of.
How do they get to Twitch? That's what I want to know.
I think a lot
why not
of
like
them,
Mixer?
I think a lot of them come from like YouTube, and then they just pull viewers from that. Oh, by the way, I have a special gift for you today.
I love gifts.
Yeah, you're gonna love this one. I'm modding you.
I saw it pop up in chat.
Yes.
I've never seen that.
Destroy all who oppose you.
All right.
Yes.
No one posts any ASCII or I will time you out.
No, it's literally like treat it like your chat, dude. If you don't want someone to be here, I don't want them to be here. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because last time you said I can't mod, and I was like, oh, I took a note that I will fix that for next time.
Boom.
Yeah.
Unlimited nepotism / power.
Unlimited power. What is? Do you ban the nom?
Yeah, I ban it because it's the most popular big emote, so they just ruin chat because they'll post it all the time.
What do you mean big emote?
It's 2 times the size of the normal emote, so anyone with better Twitch will have their chat 2 times as ruined every time it's posted. So no one likes the other big emotes. So.
Do you remember that time when it was like 2 days, but BTTV had those chat destroying emotes that were like the size of the whole chat? Like
it wasn't better. It wasn't better Twitch. It was Twitch, I think.
Oh yeah. That it resized them. Yeah,
someone told me the strat for uploading the super omega big emotes, but I figured that I would get in trouble if I did it. And as far as I know, it's still possible.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah, it has something to do with uploading, tricking it into uploading a larger image. Basically, it's stupid. The dashboard for Twitch isn't really the most advanced thing. It's not. very bare bones.
I had the guy on this show that made it, and
really?
yeah, and like I feel like he kind of made a product that nobody asked for, but that's most of Twitch features, right?
Yeah, dude. I heard a story about the Fire Stick app for Twitch, and how it was one intern's project and hadn't been updated until recently for like 4 years or some shit. They literally took his project. He didn't make it. He wasn't commissioned to make it, and then they just took it and then used it.
Do you know like clips, like the whole clip system? It's like one of the only ways to actually get discovered on Twitch for streamers.
Yeah,
that entire clips team, the entirety of the clips program is one guy, and he's here every day. Yeah,
who is it?
Stale 2000.
Dude, I love your.
He's
work.
Probably here now. Yeah,
I'm a big fan.
He's the only dude working on it, and it's like Twitch has like 400 or 500 people on some project that like doesn't fucking matter at all. And then there's like one guy in the corner trying to like push this stuff through. He's like, please, please, we just need a clips page and then we can finally beat LSF, please. And then Twitch is like, no, work on the engineering back end that no one cares about. It's like, it's endless, dude.
Dude, fuck Reddit, man. I hate Reddit.
Do you hate LSF?
No. I mean, yeah, no. But that's the same. Literally, that logic applies to any subreddit that has like an active community of people comment on posts and shit. So I just hate it. It's like a fucking, I don't want to say like echo chamber, but it's just people. I feel like people value their opinions super highly on a lot of stuff, and this once again does not just apply to LSF and Reddit's like the worst fucking way, because there's like the whole culture of trying to say something that's will get you updates. You know, you never know if anyone's actually genuine or not in their opinions, because they're afraid that they're gonna, you know, fuck off the what's it called, the status quo. So yeah. I don't know. I think it's shit. Like I like the anonymous boards. I like the fucking just shit where it's not a popularity contest, and then I feel like it's a better, you know, like not like 4chan. I don't go on 4chan because
did you used to?
No.
Oh wow. Okay.
Dude,
that was
no.
like...
I use forums like forums like BBS's. Like
yeah, okay, yeah, I did too, but I also went on 4chan like way back in the day, like back in like Hypnotoad days.
I went on there a couple of times, and it was, you know, as you would expect, but I was never like I was never a habitual 4chan viewer.
It's like so bad now that I don't think you can go there and actually like not be a racist.
you get got.
You're just automatically, and I agree with the Reddit thing too. Like I feel like Reddit is just a sort of watered down version of it, because
there's some good subreddits, man. I use Reddit, but like I don't read the comments or
no. The comment section is a shit show. It's a dumpster fire most of the time. It's just the whole culture of the place drives people to constantly play games to get the worst outcome, which is like popularity, right? So people just and like the thing that bothers me is like you'll get these posts that like are really clearly farming karma, and then like the responses to the posts will be farming karma as well, and it just becomes this sort of self-sucking shit show. Yeah, right. It's cyclical.
It feels like a popularity contest, man. Like I don't like those.
What's that?
I don't like a popularity contest. I don't like it in any shape or form.
Yeah,
not when I was in school, not as an adult. So
you're winning the one on Twitch, but you don't really play the game, which is cool,
dude. Really?
Yeah.
I don't look at my stats. So
do you really not? That's one of my questions actually today. Because not yesterday. That was a dumb thing to say. 2 weeks ago, time just like I live in like an equinox of just like an equilibrium of time. I'm just living in the present moment constantly. Whenever I talked to you last, you said a really big thing was that you. The way that you sort of gauge how you're doing against like other people is you look at a lot of other streams and you figure it out.
I watch what they're doing, man. No one's really doing anything like hyper fresh, you know, which is okay.
Yeah, I agree.
I think there's like been kind of a resurgence of playing video games, and that's what I personally like. So I'm glad to see it.
I do too. I'm just not a good enough entertainer to do that. So if I had it my way, I would play video games 24/7.
Well, it's not even necessarily a matter of being a good entertainer. It's getting lucky enough to trick people into watching you again.
Yeah.
Again and again and again and again. So
there's some of it to that, but I do think that I think about some of the older streamers and like some of the people that are just like clearly over it, and I wonder if it's not that sort of oh, we're just watching this guy because we watch him anyway type of thing. But is that your cat?
Yeah.
Show cat.
He knocked my coffee cup over, but it was empty.
This cat seems like a serious bully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's very cute.
Tell me about this cat.
My younger brother and his friend found this cat and another cat in some woods in Florida. And he was a little kitten, and then we raised him, and my mom named him Eddie. And then I ended up getting him when I lived in Charlotte, because my parents were fleeing from a hurricane in Florida. This was like 2018, and I told them to bring the cat, otherwise I wouldn't let them in because they were going to leave the cat. And I was like,
"What?
No, yeah,
they're going to leave the cat?"
My dad was super fed up with the cat. I think he was very stressed out because of like stuff with my mom and my brothers and stuff. So.
Yeah, but you can like donate it, right? You don't have to like leave it in a hurricane.
Yeah, well, I made them bring it.
Yeah,
so.
good job.
He was just
good
being
shit.
an idiot.
Yeah.
And then I told him that I would keep him, and I'm sure he's had a much better time.
You saved his life.
I said,
look how happy he is.
Man, he's hungry right now.
Yeah, it seems very high maintenance. I can tell. You know, you can tell in a cat's eyes. Like I've always lived with cats. I love cats.
The webcam's kind of making him. He looks like a ball of light.
Yeah, he does. He's like a magic spell. He's like a Gandalf or something.
Yeah. Gandalf, Cat Dolph the White.
I like him though. He's a very, very like interesting cat, like a pure white cat. That's cool.
And Turkish Angora or some shit.
Does this cat just fuck with you all stream?
He will. Only recently he started doing this thing where he will claw at me. He just did it.
Yeah.
Because he's trying to get my attention, and he learned that it's a good way to get my attention. And it's weird that he learned it so late in life, because it would have worked at any point. But he'll hook his claws in me while I'm streaming. So whenever I yell about my cat, it's literally because his claws are inside of my arm, and he's like right here.
Do you have like a door that you put him behind when you don't want him?
No,
you just let him.
Well, I'll tell him to stop, and he stops. But he's a pretty smart cat, or at least when it comes to listening to human beings. I've definitely learned a couple of trigger words for him that he is super responsive to. Yeah. And I taught him one recently because I moved out the West Coast from Charlotte, and I taught him a phrase that calms him down or whatever. So
really,
yeah, it works because he'll grip and then purr louder when I say it, and I've tested it many times.
Does he sleep in the bed behind you?
He sleeps with me.
No,
sometimes he sleeps behind me, but a lot of the time he sleeps between my legs. He'll force me onto my back.
Oh, that's wholesome.
Yeah.
And is this like a sound studio you have? Or like sound padding?
Yeah. My the people who did it went overboard a little bit. There was their first installation. You guys aren't seeing the rest of my room, but it literally this is like it is all covered with this stuff to the point where it's excessive.
Does it actually work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever used sound padding, but
I have, yes.
Yeah, I assume so. No, fucking it Omega works.
It does.
It's like stepping into the void of sound, basically.
We so in this room, so I'm in an office, and the office is part of a huge studio that has other streamers in it that all part of the agency. And at one point for a project, we got this. This is gonna sound really dumb, but this is the kind of stuff that we do here. Is we got this shit from NASA, which is this soundproofing for fucking rocket ships and shit. And they're like, hey, try it out. This is gonna be super cool. So we post it's still on my fucking wall. We post all this stuff up on the wall, and we stack it all up, and it's really hard to do and shit. And then only to find that, in offices, how there's that particle board on top of the ceiling.
Yeah.
The floorboarding.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? So
they do that in schools. And...
Exactly. Yeah. So right at the edge of that is a fucking hole that just goes right through. So the soundproofing was completely useless because all the sound just shot up right up through there. So I was like, wow, that was a total waste of time and money.
Well, this room's on it's in a house, so it's built a little bit better than an office, but
yeah, you can do a lot more. Because especially when you have customization. We rent this place, and they're pretty nice. We knocked down some walls and shit to build our studio, because we have a 2,000-foot studio that's production, and it looks really cool. We had Hot Chubby over, and we did a thing there. And then my friend Ethan from Amazon is coming over later today, and we're gonna do a thing there too. Yeah, it's really nice, but I don't know, man. I streamed in a house for 6 years, and I'm really happy to have an office now. It's really nice to be able to disconnect, and also to have a separate computer.
Dude, that's kind of one thing I've always been bad at. When I lived in Charlotte, I had a very nice apartment. It wasn't Omega nice, but it was huge.
Yeah.
And I slept and worked in the same room, and I never used my bedroom.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was a 2-bedroom apartment. I just only used 1 bedroom.
It could get kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's bad for your mental health. There's
I
like
think so.
science about that. There's like actual science that says not to do that. But I did it because I was lazy.
I feel like your mindset changes too. Like, I like having like a computer which I know is for work. Like this computer here is just, this is my work setup. This is what I do work on. And then when I go home, like that's like chill, right? I have Steam installed. I do all my shit there. It's whatever.
I recreation sometimes on my computer, but recently I got a laptop that I use when I am not on stream.
Do you like use that somewhere else other than this setup?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
use it. I use my poop top. I use it in the bathroom, and then I use it in my living room.
Dude, I can't. Okay, so my old Pixel 1, I used to poop while I had my phone out.
Yeah.
But I feel like it just gets incredibly dirty and like super Dan's game, and I can't. I'm like, I will not bring my Note 10 into the bathroom.
What's a Note 10? Your phone?
Yeah, this one. It's like a newer phone.
How's your phone gonna get? It's only gonna get poop on it if you flush.
No, because I have like a wait. Well, when you shit, doesn't it like release like follicles into the air?
Yeah, but you got like a vacuum seal on the toilet with your ass.
I don't think so, dog. I don't know if that's just
well, it's not like a vacuum seal, but it's not like you're constantly like, it's not like a poop sprinkle happening around you at all times.
I think it is. Have you ever like looked at this?
Well, I know that there's poop particles all over bathrooms.
Yes.
But they're like fucking tiny, man. You literally, there's even more gross stuff that you probably inhale every day when you go outside. Yeah. But
I hope that's true.
I'll never feel bad about using electronics while I'm pooping, because that's literally.
You're literally taking a shit with a laptop?
Sometimes.
That is next level.
I've been doing it since I was a teenager. Man. Yeah, dude.
These are the true success secrets, dude. This is what I gotta do. I'm not on level, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because once again, and we won't get derailed by it, but it's because I was in the middle of doing shit on muds, dude. No, I literally could not.
I understand that.
I couldn't get up, and then that's how my habit formed.
My game had a hide function that basically made you invulnerable. So, and I almost always played characters with it. So I would hide, and there were very, very few characters in the game that could actually detect you beyond that. Yeah. And you'd be almost 100% safe.
Hide's always busted in those games.
Hide's always stupid. Yeah, of course it is. Because, a huge part of, I don't know if this is how it worked on your games, but a huge part of like how stealth works is it eliminates the message that somebody is entering a room.
Yeah.
And that is really, really stupid if you understand MUDs, because like so much, you get so much information from that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's like, and like, particularly in like a permadeath scenario, if you can get
the thing about hiding is that you can choose any room in the world to hide in.
That's right.
And no one knows to look for you in this random fucking shit hole that you've hid your character.
Yeah. And then usually there's stealth skills that are attached to that kind of hiding that puts you out of stealth. So like, on a game that has like 100 to 120 HP average, like you could open up with an ability that did like 90.
Wow.
And it was super dumb.
sounds not fun. Like I've played permadeath muds before, and each one always has like a bullshit method of executing your character.
Yeah, by design. And then if the characters don't kill you, the staff will.
Yeah. Not in the ones I played, fortunately. They're pretty well behaved, but we can't talk about this soon because I'll talk nonstop about it.
We just do a podcast about this. I actually got so much interest in that subject after we talked about it the first time.
Same. I went and looked at some of the old ones that I played.
Mm-hmm. I did too. Yeah. And I actually got into a little bit of like an existential, like, because I'm a little bit different from you. Like, I feel like you like made the conscious decision to be like, okay, I understand the power of these games, and like I'm going to like kind of casually separate myself, and I'm okay with that.
Dude, I played up until I started becoming a streamer. The only reason I stopped is because I got my dream job. That's literally it. That's the force that it took. I didn't like quit cold turkey as but I didn't see it as like really an addiction, but it was an addiction for sure.
Like, imagine like your house burns down and everything you've ever loved leaves you. That was my departing from MUDs. It
worked.
It did. Yeah, at great cost. I mean, like literally me being in Seattle, a 13-year relationship, all of my stuff, like Marie Kondo style, like gone, right? And everything, and literally, and like only I think you and anybody, and like the 2 people in chat that are like, yeah, like muds, like will understand this, but like that's what it cost. Yeah, and that was thousands and thousands of hours of.
It's bizarre because there's lots of like that was my first introduction to like online gaming for the most part.
Same, yeah.
And everyone I talked to had a real job. They had kids, and they were totally like functioning societal human beings.
Yeah.
So you just never expect that secretly actually that they're not.
Yeah. These days, most people that still play are like, I guess it varies. I mean, like, but like some of them are like just holding on to the edge of life. Like it's a lot like heroin. Yeah. I still have some. I used to have some friends that play. Now I don't really know. I only know like one dude. He's doing okay, but like everyone else, yeah, it's nuts. Like, yeah, that's a whole fucking world, dude. Oh man.
I'll never know. I've considered making a mud for them, like hiring somebody to do it.
You could.
Yeah, no, that would be awesome, I think.
I think so too. I'm big on streamer sponsored, like putting money back into the community in unique ways. And I really like the game challenge you did. I thought that was like super unique.
I'm doing it again.
Doing another one. I know. Yeah.
In like 6 months or some shit.
Yeah, I think that's amazing. We just did a. Are rumors true that you're considering starting a TikTok, or is this a meme?
TikTok? No, not TikTok. No.
You said this on stream. Okay. Well.
Oh yeah, no, I did say it yesterday. Yeah. I remember now.
Because
no, I was just fucking with it.
I'll tell you what. Okay. Listen.
I don't know what dude. I can't TikTok. I look too old, man. I look like a fucking pervert, dude.
Look at your following.
What?
Just transfer them.
None of these guys use TikTok.
They will if you tell them to. They'll do anything for you.
I mean, some of them will, but not like a majority of them. Look, it's hard. My big struggle right now is getting them to like my tweets, dude. That's like the thing. And sometimes I just don't want to do it because I just want to play the fucking game that I'm trying to play like for that day. So I'll just start playing it.
Let me tell you how it is for us, like, the people that are in the castle that are like living on the edge of like the medieval place, and we're like, please, a couple more viewers, 1, 2, like, okay, like I gotta do Instagram, I gotta do TikTok, I gotta do LinkedIn, dude, and I'm still getting like 3 viewers. It's fucking hard out there outside the castle walls, my man.
Yep, I feel like I feel like tweeting doesn't even increase my view count when I do it.
I don't know about yours. It will statistically.
Really?
Yeah, definitely. The TikTok Twitter is probably the most synchronous platform to Twitch in terms of direct transference of viewers.
Really?
Besides YouTube.
What about Discord? Works for me a lot.
Discord's amazing.
Like super hard. I'll get like 1,000 viewers after I ping everybody because they don't want to sit there for my intro. So they'll click my stream after I ping everyone when I start playing.
Well, Discord is effectively your community because it's even more important to have a Discord because you own that community effectively versus your Twitch followers. You don't own shit, right? Like you don't know those guys. Like their Twitch controls how those notifications are sent, and that's not good. You never want that to happen. But
I love my Discord.
I love my Discord. It's my favorite thing.
Dude, I love sitting there watching people posting and laughing at their shit. And I remember I forget if I told you this story. I can't remember. Stop me if I did.
Okay.
But one of my old Twitch moderators basically finagled me into making a Discord because I didn't want to make a Discord because I didn't want to split
your audience?
Basically, and have like, because I've been there before in online communities. Like someone will make a team speak, and then they'll meet friends in that team speak, and then they'll go join another team speak, and then they're still technically playing on the same servers or whatever, but everyone's kind of talking. So at first, my thought process was it doesn't make sense to split it, so I'm not going to do it. And then the guy makes it anyway. And then I'm like, okay, fine. And then I check it out. It's okay. It's not bad. But one thing I did when I started streaming is that I would yell at them to talk in Twitch chat.
Yeah.
I'd like continue this conversation in Twitch chat or some shit, because I didn't have as much viewers as I do now. So I would, and it was always a sub only Discord, or at least it was invite only at first, then it was sub only.
What is the thinking behind that?
Sub only Discord?
Yes.
I don't like mods, like internet moderators, and the best way to reduce the number of internet moderators is to have a paywall, basically.
Yeah, that's super fair. It's a straightforward answer. It's completely true. That's interesting.
Like I like my like Twitch chat mods and Discord mods to be pretty low impact.
Same. Yeah, that's like a big part of what I do.
Yeah, unless it's like super fucking aggressively. Like, it's some people are clever about how they want to be shitheads in said online communities. So you gotta sometimes you gotta just look at them and see what they're doing and then yell at them that way.
The most frustrating of those people are the people that technically do nothing as a bannable offense, but
they're shitty.
They're just super negative. Yeah, and they're just bringing down the whole chat.
That's like that's a big problem for smaller streamers.
Yes, I was about to say that.
Yeah, and that whenever someone would ask, like I remember during Overwatch, people would ask me all the time for streaming advice, and actually I got I was looking through my Twitter DMs the other night, and I saw that I had DMs with XQC, and I in 2017 he was asking me for streaming advice because Overwatch had hit a viewer drop, or whatever, and he was like, "What do I do?" Blah blah blah, and I gave him some advice. And I was actually surprised by the amount of advice I gave him because I didn't particularly like him at that time.
That's okay. I don't like him now.
Because
no, kidding.
Because it's just joking. The reason I didn't like him is because he was good at Overwatch, and
that's good.
I felt like he was
this guy.
and even if it's not true, and it probably isn't, but I felt like he was sniping me. So I'd lose games, and then I get mad about it. I'm like, I know who this is. This guy's a Twitch streamer, so I get mad about it. But I gave him some switching to variety advice. I think it was. I can't remember exactly what I said.
Does he remember?
But yeah, I'm sure he does. No, I respect XQC as a streamer.
Yeah,
100%. And I remember when I met him at BlizzCon. I've told the story a ton of times on my stream when it comes up. But he ran up and hugged me. Like, he was more excited than anyone I'd met.
When he first met me, he flipped me off. So that's an improvement.
When did you meet? Was it like TwitchCon or some shit? Yeah,
there's the last TwitchCon. He flipped me off. I think it was because we were having like a back and forth, and he had said something akin to like streamers shouldn't join agencies, and I was trying to explain why that's retarded, and like we were going back and forth.
Not all agencies are good. I feel like that's kind of like the surface opinion of those. It definitely was mine, but I can't imagine. It's hard for someone like me or him to be like agencies are bad, because for us they are bad, you know, because we're I mean,
certainly not for XQC. For you, the better word would be useless, because you just don't take sponsorships or there's nothing I can do for you.
Well, yeah, but what could you do for him? That he isn't already. He has 30,000 subs on Twitch. You know, he could do Twitch bounties. What more can you do for him?
Lots of stuff. So let's start off with we can take his social channels and we can sell those too, right? So we can a simple way to say it is, like, I'm pretty sure. I don't think that Nerd Fusion could do this, but if he went with someone like Loaded, they could probably quadruple his income.
Yeah, but what if that's not his goal? That's why I like him, because I can tell that it's not his goal.
that was actually the clarification we had when we ended up talking, was that was it. Was like, he was like, you know, I don't give a fuck about it. Not because I think that agencies are bad, but just because it's just not my shit. It's not, you know, and then I understood that. I can't argue with that. It's hard for me to think about it that way, but I acknowledge it.
Him and I, because we've talked a lot occasionally about just the mentality of streaming and stuff, and like our philosophies are basically almost exact. I mean, he does sponsored stuff sometimes, which is fine, but just like passion and like in general for the medium. It would, if I feel like if I were to have gone that route, it would have felt like more of a job, and then I would have felt less passionate about what I did.
Dude.
Because me, at heart, I am a complete fucking slacker, procrastinator, and having a schedule was a tribulation for me, but I did it.
Here's the thing. It's the two top Twitch streamers on Twitch are both of that mindset. It's very hard for me to ignore that there might be something to that. But this is the same relationship as like Vegeta and Goku. I'm looking at you right now, and I'm like, fuck, how does he do this dumb shit? Like, he's just acting like an idiot. He's fighting all the toughest bosses in the world. But like, I'm sitting on the sidelines, like trying to increase my power level, like through agency work and like all that stuff as much as I can. So I have to acknowledge you, dude. Like yeah, like okay, XQC is legitimately the most successful person on the platform, right? And you're close to it. I think you're like top 10. So yeah. Like. Yeah, there's got to be something to that mindset, like something about whatever's going on in there. I mean, this is part of the reason I like talking to you, right? Is I want to figure this stuff out. But I feel like there's this sort of innate divide between people who have like my mindset, which is like very business oriented, like build empire type of shit, and people that have yours. And it stops us both from doing the other thing that one another do, if that makes sense. Like, I can't be you. You have an art to you. You have an essence that I can't do. And I would also be willing to guess that you probably couldn't run a company. Or
no, probably.
I think.
Like I thought about like after streaming doing like charity stuff, but I would definitely have to like take a class or two.
Take a class.
Yeah, like start like a nonprofit or some shit.
Yeah. Yeah, like I've thought about this a lot. Like, there seems to be like a divide between like artistry, because like what you and XQC do is art. It sounds really dumb to say, but it really is. It's an expression.
Yeah,
I think, you know, I think it's like something that I
can't. I mean, if Jackson Pollock can be an artist, I feel like I'm an artist. You know, I feel like that guy threw paint at a fucking canvas, dog. Like that's not hard or even creative, dude. You know, so
yeah, it may be hard. Is it hard to see yourself that way? Because to me, it really is apparent. Like let's look at it this way, right? So you played Stone Shard last night.
Yeah,
which I'm surprised you did, because I actually,
dude, I love roguelike. You know, that.
I know. I sent you the Stone Shard thing.
Yep.
Yeah. But I was like, watch this game, because I think it's too early.
It is too early.
Way too early.
I feel like I liked how hardcore that game was, but man, there was like. I figured the game out. I literally the first day I streamed it, I died like 5 times. I had to gift like 250 subs because 250 sub gift per death. And then day 2, I didn't die once, and I just beat the game, and then I was done.
Pyromancer, Geomancer, Dunzo.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was trying to make it hard for myself too, but I ended up making it way too easy.
I saw that. You're like letting people into melee and shit.
Yeah.
Like, she's still living just barely and shit. Yeah. But it's made by the darkest. Sorry.
It's made by who?
The Darkest Dungeon devs. That's why I said like we should keep an eye on this.
Really?
Yes. Because
I feel bad for what I said then. I feel bad actually now, because I know that they can make a good game. So
Darkest Dungeon followed the same rubric, where it started off in early access and there basically wasn't shit, but they kept working. That's why that's actually why I linked you the game. I was pretty careful in like thinking about that, but I linked you Stone Shard because I thought, okay, like in a year this game will probably be incredible.
I feel like it'll take a little bit longer than a year, but because
Mm-hmm.
there's literally only 2 spell trees in the game. There's like 10.
There's like
10
10
or 12.
options.
Yeah, there's like 10 or 12. Honestly, I feel extra bad because I was going to do like a roguelike stream for like other roguelikes that I liked, and I was going to call it Games Better Than Stone Shard. Or just like Better Than Stone Shard or some shit, because people really wanted to watch that on Twitch. I had a surprisingly high number of viewers for that.
15,000.
Yeah. And I did like a special roguelike stream where I had like the wheel that I would spin, and then I'd play a random roguelike or whatever.
I would watch the shit out of a Tome stream.
Yeah, I want to do a Tome stream.
And that game needs concurrent players, because like it had like 200 or 300 on Steam charts last time I checked.
That's pretty good for a roguelike, because if you look at DCSS Dungeon Crawl, they're online servers. There's like only like 10 people on each one, you know, so it's like 30. So it's still like like 500% better than arguably one of the best ones ever made. So
yeah, I think the thing with Dungeon Crawl though is that so many people are probably playing it on their PC like offline because there's just no point in being online with Dungeon Crawl.
Dude, who would play it offline over online? That's what it's actually. I feel like it's so much better because the Auto Explorer and DCSS online is instant, but like on the offline client, the Tiles version, it's not.
Doesn't the Tiles version just? I thought it just explores until you encounter something like an item or a monster or something.
But you teleport in the online one, and in the other one, you kind of like
yeah. See, I like that because it gives me a sense of momentum. I only play the Tiles version.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, because like it gives me a sense of like where I'm traveling from and to. And
someone chat so you can make it instant on the offline version. Even still, I like playing online because there's like a leaderboard, dude. You know, that's sick. Like if you happen to get a good run, then it's literally on those servers for as long as they maintain those servers, and they've been maintained for
20 years.
Yeah, like I remember almost 10 years I've played on and off, and I think the best I ever did, I got like 200th place, which is not that good compared to like there's a huge point difference between the 1 or 2 runs I managed to finish and like people who like habitually play DCSS and then like collect every rune and go to fucking Pandemonium and get every fucking Pandemonium.
Go to the Abyss, clear the whole thing.
They got fucking, I mean, I'm just, I like, I realize that games like that, it's like solving a series of puzzles, but I hate puzzles, man, and I'm not good at them.
Do you?
It shows it, yeah. It shows in the way I play like super impatiently, and then I'll just fucking lose all the time. So I'm just spamming buttons. I'm just like fucking or just running at people and shit. So
yeah, I like spending a lot of like. There are certain times in Dungeon Crawl where you really need to spend a lot of time to think through a turn, and because like your next 3 turns are going. Tome is the same way, right? It's gonna make or break like if you're gonna die or not.
I would say that it's less forgiving in Tome a lot of the times because you can get chain stun.
Tome is so stupid, dude. Yeah. Sometimes like you'll round a corner and someone will just disintegrate beam you or something, like some dumb unique monster ability, and you'll just be like, you're like, oh, I'm just fucking dead. And then like Tome is even worse because the way the auto explore function works is like if you don't stop yourself, you will take like 4 turns. So they'll just fucking kill you.
No, it stops when there's an enemy of you.
Yeah, but like something about that game like makes me go more.
It's because it just has you running out in the open a lot of the time,
right?
And that leaves you vulnerable.
Yeah.
But like if you were playing by yourself, then you'd be taking corners more carefully and shit. Basically.
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah.
Have we played Cataclysm: Dark Days Ahead? Yes, I've played that one.
I have not played that, huh?
God, I don't even know if there's a way to win DDA. But it's like a giant fucking sandbox, basically, and it's set in the zombie apocalypse.
Oh, there's a game called it's another roguelike. It's called Caves of Quad. Is like that.
Yeah. That's the super random one, right? The one where like
a lot of shit can happen.
Yeah.
I played this at Destiny's house for like 3 straight weeks and made no progress. I felt like I was like literally where I
Did he get you to play it?
No, I was playing it. Just like I was like, it was like a weird time of my. It was right after the great cataclysm of the mud thing, and I was just wandering the earth like depressed. And I ended up at his house for a while, and like I just like just took out a laptop and like played like roguelikes for like a couple weeks.
Yeah. I've been there.
Yeah, it was pretty. It was very healing. It was very good. Well, I want to talk about a lot of stuff actually.
Okay.
So like I think it's related like onto like the artistry thing. I brought up Stone Shard because it's like having 15,000 viewers on that game is not an easy task, right? And
I feel like I think I was getting botted. I feel like I was either getting embedded or botted. That's what it felt like. My chat was moving really fast, and I was seeing a lot of new people. But that's what it felt like. But now that I know that it's Red Hook that made the game, I can't imagine that they either have the ability to embed me like an extra 5,000 viewers, or to like the desire or integrity to bot me. So
people are saying it's not Red Hook. Am I wrong on that, chat? I thought it was the Darkest Dungeon devs. So then who is it? Is it just a random devs?
You are wrong about a lot of things.
That's fair. Well, a lot of people watch it. I think it was the same publisher, not the same dev. Oh, that's a huge difference.
Who's the publisher?
So this is done by like Ink Stain Studios. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, fuck. All right. Well, then I should have done my shit. Sorry, chat. I'm 100% wrong.
I feel less bad now, though.
Yeah. Okay. So now you should make the stream that's named.
I will.
The game's better than So Short.
I am going to.
Excellent. We were talking about outcomes, like with like XQC and you, and one of the things that we talked about before was a lot about like in sort of the first time we met, a lot about your personal mindset on streaming, and what I kind of want to talk about this time, and hopefully if we ever have more time, talk about that stuff too, is like sort of like more of like the Twitch as a whole and the industry. I've heard that you really like talking about this stuff too. So
yeah, I do.
What in terms of like your outcomes streaming and the outcomes that streamers ought have, like, can we talk a little bit about that and like what you want to do in the long term, like on this path of like, you know, no brands and sponsorships and everything, and like how do you see this evolving for you and like for most of these large broadcasters? What do you want to have happen?
I don't. No one wants to watch a sponsored stream, right? You don't want to tune into someone's stream and be like, so why is that okay? Like, why is it? And I get that it helps a lot of people who aren't necessarily making a lot of money otherwise. Mm-hmm. But why do people watch that? And why do people think, like, you don't want someone to fucking lie to you? And I'm playing a sponsored game isn't necessarily like lying, right? But you know, you don't want to go to fucking Busch Gardens with your best friend and be like, "Hey man, you having a good time?" And then he's like, "Yeah, I love Busch Gardens," but he's wearing like a fucking Disney t-shirt and he's like fucking Magic Kingdom decked out and everything, and he's like, he doesn't want to be at Busch Gardens. He wants to be at fucking Disney World, dude. You know?
Yeah, okay, I'm following the analogy. Yeah.
And so that's one of the reasons why I have never felt really compelled to do it, because I don't think I could want to. There's a couple of games that maybe I could do 100%. Like I'd be into it, like Darkest Dungeon 2. I would be super into playing sponsored just for the fact that I know that I would get early access. Like that's it, and I'd be able to, because I really want to play it. But for the most part, most of these games that are asking you to take out a sponsor are garbage. Mm-hmm. I don't think I've ever seen a single sponsored stream, because I go through the Twitch channels every day. I'll go through most popular. I'll fucking go blah 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 blah. Every time one of these motherfuckers is sponsored, it's by like it's like shovelware almost. They're just like, oh, fucking, you want to play Apex Season 4? Come on, man. Yeah. Fucking cut, like. So, or like, you remember Battlefront, fucking the new one from EA? Yeah,
it's back.
It's back again. We got fucking Omega Darth Vader.
We got women in there this time.
Yeah. What do I see that evolving for me? I think one of the main comments that people who don't necessarily like streamers will say is that or at least they used to say, I haven't really seen it very often nowadays, is streaming's a bubble. Well, you know, it's only a matter of time before it pops and everything ends, and then your money tree's gone, and mm-hmm. it's a temporary thing. And I think the thing that makes it temporary is trying to make out like a fucking bandit and to take all these deals, especially if you're at the top. That's who I'm talking about. When I say that, is like it's like equivalent to fucking 70-80-year-old people in America who have completely fucking ruined the infrastructure of America, like set no money aside for repairing bridges or tunnels, and then they're like fucking, you know, just trying to take out as much. They actually got Social Security, and they didn't put any, like, it's the same shit. It's not, there's not any like fucking landscaping, dude. It's just people are going in and drilling, getting their oil, and then fucking getting the fuck out. And I feel like it's such a bad example for the longevity of streaming, which is ultimately what I want to do. So it's kind of a self-preservation thing, because I feel like even if I stop streaming 5 years from now, I would still watch Twitch streams because I love video games, and I love live streaming, and it is my primary source of entertainment most times and most days. And I don't think and right now what I like, the analogy about drilling oil and then getting the fuck out isn't necessarily that's exaggeration. It's obviously not that bad. People aren't looking at this the way that I am.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, it'll get worse. It always does. Yeah,
it will get worse. But it's not there yet. But I personally like to be aware of that, because I'm afraid of the day that I go to sit down in my living room and turn on my fucking Fire Cube, boot up Twitch, and then I'm gonna see like 2 million viewers for XQC playing fucking season 15 of Apex.
Yeah,
and then like I don't want.
You don't want it to push out authentic content.
Yeah, exactly. And think about the history of artists throughout the whole fucking world, in every situation that an artist has ever been in. When has limiting their creativity ever resulted in anything that anyone ever wanted? Never. Literally never. So, and if you call us artists, then I can only compare it to that. I think that what I do has the potential to flop and die off, but it also has the potential to blow up even more than it already has. There's a lot of people who don't know what Twitch is still.
Yes. Yeah. Well, the vast majority, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people who don't know what live streaming is. And it can go either way. And I'm erring on the side of caution when it comes to not looking and setting a bad example for people who are new to the platform, but I'm not necessarily the face of the platform, so they're not even going to see my shit anyway. So I only talk about it on my stream when it's relevant now, I would say.
Well, you can't discount the fact that you have a massive impact on this platform. You literally account for like 0.5 to 1% of its viewership.
Sure. That's good, but like I don't know. I feel like the React gang kind of is pretty incestuous with their viewer base, so I would say that's like 50K, 60K people. Actually, no, probably way more than that, because I'm not counting the people that are coming in and leaving. Right. But, I mean, like average, like at any time, right?
Yeah, that's actually a subject I have. I think like what you're basically saying is that you see it as like of paramount importance that you stay authentic, and you even view that as how you stay relevant. Basically, like you're
a little bit. I mean, I haven't really ranted about it on stream recently, but when I started, I didn't want people to get the impression that I was just being fake. And I associate taking sponsorships and having any amount of success on Twitch that is rendering you a millionaire as being somewhat fake.
Okay, here's how I see that. Like, I think what happens is when a platform starts, you always have the most authentic version of that platform possible. So when Instagram came out for the first day, Instagram was the most authentic thing possible. It was literally people just uploading cool photos that they thought were cool. Okay. And now you fast forward to what is currently Instagram, and it's fucking Photoshop, fucking huge tits, fucking like butt shot, fucking
the travel channels. Like, I'm at a waterfall right now with my favorite box of cereal.
Here I am with my energy drink, like doing a dance. It's complete. And so who ruins that? It's fucking marketers. It's agencies. It's me, right? Like, so because how it works is we're always on the lookout for platforms that have a huge amount of attention but not a lot of sponsors, because where that attention is, people will buy shit, right? So this is sort of the inevitable kind of like fateful end of these platforms. It's like this happens to MySpace, happened to Facebook, happening to Instagram, will happen to TikTok, and what always happens is like we lose that authenticity along the way because stuff becomes less authentic, becomes sellable.
You know what I think that the difference is though between like say like Instagram comments and like Twitch chat in general? Twitch chat feels more alive than just shooting your sponsored Instagram post into the void, dude.
You know what's scary though? Is that Twitch chat doesn't feel very alive in sponsored streams, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it takes a huge hit. So like
because no one who makes a Twitch chat is clicking on a sponsor stream because they know that the person who's doing it is going to sit there for fucking 2 hours and not say an opinion that they have seriously. And they'll come back later, but at the time they're just kind of like, fuck off, dude.
It gets worse because of this is something I really want your opinion on is like one of the things that I see is even more, because I totally acknowledge the damage to the platform that sponsorships create. I'm just lawful evil, so I do it anyway. But I think that something that is even more damaging to the platform than that is this sort of like fake viewership. So if you have an esports event and then
the embedded viewers,
yeah,
didn't we talk about this?
No, we haven't yet.
Oh my god, I hate embedded viewers.
Okay, cool.
I learned about
take on this.
I learned about them recently, and I've had 2 different people explain to me why they're good. I'm just like, you're selling fucking air, basically. Literally,
yeah.
The people that do not exist, but are being like. My logic is who the fuck is paying money for that? And furthermore, how has it gotten to the point where the person who's paying money for that doesn't have somebody to tell them that they are literally paying for nothing?
Yes.
Like how, like that's insane that there are people who are quadrillionaires. There are board members who are billionaires who are sitting down. I
talk to these guys every day. Multi-million-dollar agencies, multi-billion-dollar companies paying for absolutely dog shit. Look at Owl.
Yeah. No, and they're fucking like Method, the world first shit. You know, people are on Wowpedia looking up fucking strats for the new fucking World of Warcraft content, but like, you know, Method's embedded at the bottom, so there's like 15,000 extra people that aren't actually fucking real because the stream's not unmuted, and they're just trying to get their fucking Narjul strats or some shit. It's garbage. I think that if I had, oh my god, I would love to go around and tell these companies exactly like I would love to pretend like I'm there for a brand deal or some shit and be like, hey, have you heard about embedded viewers? Have you heard about how much money you're losing right now, dude? Check it out, dude. Come on, look at these guys you sponsored in the past. Look at these numbers and look at these websites that are basically not increasing your revenue at all. And then I just want, if only one person would turn to me and be like, I'm going to tell my boss about that, then I could go home, jerk off, no porn, and fucking just ejaculate the biggest load onto my floor, dude, because I would know that I have ruined somebody's fucking revenue flow, profiteering off of my hobby space in such a fucking damaging and horrible, venomous way. And it would feel good. It'd feel really good.
I wish it was, dude. I actually have these conversations like at the level with the brands, and I will tell you how it works. There are 5 agencies basically that all operate out of New York. They're super old school, and they handle most of the Fortune 500 budgets. And they'll be dead. They'll be dead in our lifetime. I hope you're right.
That's the hope. That's the hope for like the next generation and my current generation, is that by the time I'm 40 and 50, these people will be dead.
They're extremely powerful.
Yeah.
But they're not immortal.
Hopefully, yeah. What if they're like Palpatine? What if they got clones, dude?
What if they're a very bad Star Wars movie? Yeah. I don't know, but like that's how it works. And the thing is, when you look at a budget like for Twitch, right? These guys have like, let's say like an $800 million earmarked marketing budget, right? And they might toss maybe 500,000 at Twitch, maybe, because it's like an exploratory budget.
It's a very small amount of money for them.
So they don't even give a fuck, right? Like, and like there are so many of these like big business people within Activision and within like EA and everyone that are like, yeah, you know, we're getting, our stats are pointing to 2 billion viewers. Like, look at all these guys. Like, they're all in the 13 to 35 demographic. You know, like,
whenever why is it that every time I see like news articles online about Twitch, it'll like Shroud, for example, whenever they talk about Shroud, they're like, Shroud has 100 million followers on Twitch.
Yeah.
And then like Summit 1G has 50 million followers on Twitch. Yeah. We're like, holy fuck! Oh, I love that. I want to give this guy so much money. Dude, that's 50 million people. Yep. Obviously, no. In reality, it's like 20% bots.
Yep. Like 40% bots, 40% of people that'll never click on the stream, and like 10% that are like dead accounts, and then like yeah.
I don't know. I forgot what we're talking about.
We're talking about like we're talking about embedded viewers and sort of like how it's illegitimizing the platform because and it totally is because like so much like have you ever looked at like social media like Instagram and like Facebook? It's way worse there.
Really?
Yes. Like I'd say
how do they do bots on there? Do they just like spam likes and shit? Or
so what they do is they have these Indian factories and they have 80,000 cell phones on a wall and they just have people clicking the like button down on the phones.
I saw something
That's
on
real
India.
shit.
You know the Ganges River?
On the what?
The Ganges River in India?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
I watched a documentary or like a small interview recently about the failure of the Indian government to clean up the Ganges or whatever. And then like at one point, the British interviewer has gone to the shore of the Ganges River off the coast or off the like the edge of a city. I don't know what city it was. And there's these two old Indian women and like they literally just spent like 3 to 4 minutes talking about how polluted and like how literal corpses are like deposited in
as
this
rituals.
giant like there are fucking hundreds if not thousands of dead bodies in this river. And this guy's like, does this bother you? Like, how do you feel about the state of this river right now? And then she's like, we love the Ganges. And then she walks over and fucking steps into the water, kneels down and drinks it. Like dude, I was like, holy fuck, I couldn't. And then she's smiling, walking back. I'm like, I can't wait to get a fucking flesh-eating bacteria then, dog. Like,
my best friend in college went to India, was hanging out with this girl he met there, and they were smoking hash, and she said, I'm gonna go for a swim. And she went into the river and she got caught by the rapids and she got pushed up against some rocks. So my friend jumped into the river after her and tried to save her. She fucking died.
Whoa!
And then he almost died trying to get himself out, but he managed to like cling to like a rock wall and he pulled himself out. And then he thought that was the end of it because like he actually got out of the river and whatever, and he was like, you know, super fucked up from this encounter. And then like 4 or 5 hours later, he got unbelievably fucking sick for like a month. Like he just got completely fucked because he took in the water when he was almost drowning.
Right.
And it's like in India, a lot of those women, like they'll actually drink that water because they're bacterially resistant to like E. coli and shit because they're so used to it. But if you or I drank it, we would be colossally fucked. Yeah. Like it would be over.
India's on my list of places that I don't want to visit.
I agree. It's a pretty crazy fucking place. But if you're spiritual, I don't know if you're like very spiritual.
No, I'm not a religious person. But I mean, one of the things that I did when I moved here is I started going to a church occasionally, not like a lot of the time, but that's just because I wanted to get a feel for the elderly in my area, I guess.
Why is that?
Just because I think that the old people are interesting.
I do too. Yeah.
Sunday's my day off, so it's just a curiosity thing.
Have you ever spent time in like an old folks home?
No.
I would recommend it. It'll give you a lot of perspective.
Yeah. I feel like that's what church did.
Yeah,
really.
it does.
Like I'm not going there because I'm trying to learn about I mean, actually, honestly, I did start to get into reading the Bible, just because the fucking stories are ridiculous and
they're kind of metal.
They're like super metal and like a lot of them are stupid. Like straight. I talked about one on my stream. It was the one where Jesus gets mad at the fig tree because it wouldn't produce fruit for him. So he was like, "This tree be cursed for the rest of time. No one will have any figs here." And he fucking hated the tree, and I was just like, it's just a tree, dog. Like
the first half of the Bible is just God getting pissed at absolutely fucking everything, and he, like at one point he's just like, God damn it, everyone's speaking different languages, fuck this shit, like I'm fucking so mad. And then like at one point there's like all these demons that are like having sex with humans and stuff, and he's like, this whole thing is fucked, and he just floods the whole earth. He's like, I'm fucking over it.
Round
like,
2.
Just it's the reset.
That's why the flood happens is because
it's the Nephilim shit. That's where all the like Diablo lore is from and stuff.
I thought that was made up. I had no idea.
It's all like these demons like basically have. Well, Noah is the only pure family left, right? So I read the Bible a bunch of times because I was in Lutheran school, so I studied all the major religions.
The church that I went to is Lutheran.
Oh, dude, we have like so much in common. It's fucking ridiculous. Yeah. Holy fuck. Yeah.
Well, I mean, when I say went to, I mean have visited like less than 10 times.
Oh, I see. Okay, I went to like a school and shit. Yeah, and so Noah was like the last like pure family, the last like actual Adam and Eve like pure dude. So God was like, "You're the only one left." He's like, "I'm fucking over this shit." And then like basically for the rest of the New Testament, he AFKs, and then Jesus comes along. But Jesus does all kinds of stuff that gets people pissed off too, right? Like the whole thing that got him crucified was he just like fucking went into a bunch of temples and flipped some tables. Yeah, like,
Jesus literally walks into fucking Jewish synagogues. Yeah, is like, you guys are fucking assholes. Yeah. Like you're like the laws are not fair. You guys are also like extorting people for money. Yeah. This is bullshit.
And then so he starts like throwing tables and like and then like the Roman guards come in and they're like, dude, like, and he's like, fuck you guys too, like, you know, and then they're like, okay, and like, you know, that's it. Like,
literally, like, the vibe I get from Jesus that isn't entirely untrue is that like he's just like literally like a deranged homeless person. Like only think about the kind of person that would go into a church and do that shit now. Literally a fucking deranged homeless person.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he had a lot of good messages too. Like there's a lot that's underestimated in terms of like positivity that comes from the Bible.
For sure.
Yeah, like Psalms is basically a motivational book.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? One thing I don't like about, I don't know if your Lutheran church did this, but the fucking the band of people. Do you guys have a band that like from like the congregation that would perform?
We all had to sing songs. We were like,
yeah, everyone would sing, but did you have people that like played instruments?
Sometimes,
and, like,
yeah.
God, I fucking hate that shit. I hate it. I would much like they try to make it more accessible by doing like more modernish fucking like,
oh god,
hymns or whatever.
Yeah,
but the ones I want are like the organ music, and then like the people doing like the fucking I don't even
know. Bro, I want to go to those fucking New Age churches with like the fucking laser lights and shit where the guy force pushes people and you get knocked over. That shit's fucking awesome.
That,
like,
you know what that is? That is I think that's God, I spat this factoid on my stream recently. I can't remember the denomination. Isn't that God, I'm trying to think of, is it non-denominational? There's a Pentecostal. Yeah, that was it.
Is that what it's called?
I feel that's like shit the Pentecostals would do, because the whole Pentecostal movement. The only reason I know about this is because I listened to a Stuff You Should Know podcast recently about.
I actually listened to that podcast too. Yeah. Holy shit!
And
they have a podcast addict.
They have an episode on Pentecostals that was pretty interesting.
Okay,
and they talked about basically to be a Pentecostal you have to, in order to like, you know, how like Lutherans baptize people, Catholics baptize people, and then you are a holy child at that point. But the way the Pentecostals did is you literally have to have a fucking a spiritual moment where not only do you get baptized, but you have to be witnessed speaking in tongues. So you either have to pretend, or which was probably what most people are doing, or like getting so into the But you literally have to speak in tongues to be like fully baptized in the eyes of a Pentecostal church.
Have you ever seen fake martial arts? There's this. So this was like a whole thing because I did martial arts like my entire life, and there's this whole subsection of it that's like this, where there are these like chi masters who will like control your like, you'll go for a punch and they'll be like, and then you'll just like the student will like freeze and then just like fall the fuck over and like literally like fly like 5 feet. Like they'll just like fly themselves over.
Is there a name for that?
Yeah, like bullshit.
Like, no, like, I want to know what's your YouTube name. Later.
Joe Rogan, doesn't Joe Rogan have a lot of this stuff on his page? It's literal like Jedi shit. Joe Rogan fake martial arts. We might be able to find this. Like this is like there's like
there's something about,
there's like this whole thing. I wonder if you like, so there's like these Instagrams that they have. And they like
Rogan reacts to fake martial artists.
It's always like these like really old dudes, and like they try to do something, and then he like wills the person. It's just so clearly bullshit. It's fucking insane. But like like, and then they're always like completely knocked out and KO'd.
I'm looking at it right now. I'm watching it. It's being censored right now.
Here we go. Okay, this is a good one. So you have some like old guy, and then this guy just like Emperor Palpatine's this shit, and fucking like wills like 80 people to the ground. This is literally some Return of the Jedi.
There has
shit.
to be a name for this.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, chat would know, right? Like, I love this shit, dude, and that's the kind of thing that I think about in like the Pentecostal church shit. Like you seen those? Have you seen those gifs of this when like the church guy is like, there's all these people and they're like holding up their hands. Church guy will like come in and be like, "And you're blessed," and he'll like wave his fucking hand, and like five people will just like fly.
That's like
it's amazing.
I'm pretty sure that stuff is non-denominational stuff. I think that is that's why Pentecostals were so interesting to me, because they were so genuine about being weird as opposed to like everyone else. So
yeah.
But like the non-denominational like TV evangelicals or whatever are fucking nuts, dude.
It is. It's actually crazy. It's freaking insane, dude. I love that shit, man. Like, I don't know. Like
Can I go pee real quick?
Yeah. Then I gotta do it. Or we
Okay.
can both go at the same time, but I'll wait. All right. How we doing, chat? I could have just been like, no. Where's the cat? I want to see the cat. We've been derailing like 99% of the time, which is good. I mean, like, it's been like really super wholesome conversation, because I just feel like I could talk to him like forever about random dumb shit. But I do want to ask him like a bunch of like Twitch stuff. Whatever, doesn't matter. We're having a good time. Listen, I'm gonna have Moon start a TikTok so he can win our $500 TikTok challenge. But just in case, follow my TikTok, okay? There it is. I want to win my own contest that I'm competing with. TikTok tournament challenge, ! Tournament. MoonMoon is hard up on money, okay? He needs the $500. He needs your support. Botted followers, they're real. They're 100% real. I made them. They're from this community. You know, this community doesn't just disappear when you guys go away, chat. I posted a good video. It doesn't. Yeah, no. This is sometimes the MoonMoon waiting room. TikTok tournament. Dude, I don't understand this fucking platform, dude. I'm like trying to do memes and shit on it, but it's actually so hard. I don't know. Like my TikTok is like, it's like well edited, but I just clearly don't understand. I'm literally the old guy that's like doing something that the kids are doing and just doesn't quite get it. You know what I mean? You know that guy? I'm that guy right now, 100%. But I believe that I can learn it if I keep trying. It's just going to take a little while to do it. 41 likes. I started it yesterday, bitch. I followed you on TikTok. You have great content. And you have pasted the above message. Please correct your Amazon gift card from the mod. Don't include this part. Fuck. God damn it, dude. Okay. MoonMoon.
What?
You are... Oh, you can hear without those?
Huh?
What? Can you hear without those?
Yeah.
How?
It's loud as fuck. I always tell my chat, I'm like, they're always complaining about shit being loud, but secretly I hear it louder than anybody, dude.
I gotta take a leak. I'll be right back, okay?
Okay.
You're a moderator.
I'm the host now.
Yes, that's right. Good luck. I know, like, you know, this is like a lot of viewers for you, but
yeah,
if you can handle it.
I'll be gentle.
Okay. Yeah. No, ban everybody, dude. I don't give a fuck. Ban anyone who opposes you.
No one type Nam. Dude, I'm looking rough right now, dude. My skin is so irritated all the time, dog. Like this shit right here, fucking right here. Also, I do not have a mullet, bitch. It's not a mullet. It's Vegeta hairline. I literally have a mullet because bald. I look way better without my headset on, dude. I look like I've bathed in the last week. Revolver Ocelot. It's me. It's my cat. I think I'll use a webcam on stream tomorrow. Nice mustache. Thanks. My mustache needs to be trimmed. Well, look at it. Check it out. Everything, all of my facial hair needs to be trimmed. I haven't seen a barber in like fucking months, dude. Believe me. I got fucking like this shit right here. I thought this looked way more full than it does on my webcam. Eddie, move. But it looks like pubes. It looks like pubes on webcam, dude. So this shit's good. All this shit up here gone. It's fucking bullshit, dude. I thought you were fucking with us when you first got on cam and was motioning, pulling your hair back because I couldn't see it at first. Explain ring. Which one are you guys talking about? I don't have any idea what you're talking about. I have no idea. My cock ring? Is that the one you guys want to see? All right, people have linked me some fake martial arts video. I appreciate that. Am I ever going to watch Downton Abbey? I've seen episodes of Downton Abbey. I did not my cup of tea. Get it? Because they're English.
What?
Someone in chat asked me if I'd ever seen Downton Abbey, and I told them
I don't even know what that is.
It's a show made by PBS about a particular British estate. I think after World War One. And it's basically a story about how rich white people need to give up some of their wealth. That's basically it.
I feel like I hear that story a lot these days.
Yeah, it's them. They live in a literal fucking like Omega mansion, and they have like a full cast of servants, and it's just like a super Omega rich family. They're like God, they control like a village in England. They're like the Duke of this village, or whatever. I don't know.
What year is this?
It's like the 1920s, I think.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. This is fucking old as shit. Movie has them visited by the royal family. Yeah, that was like the big thing. Is like the people who were into like, oh my god, the queen's coming for tea, mate. Ooh, I can't fucking wait, mate.
I love it. Sounds interesting. Is this on like Netflix or something?
Yeah, it should be on
okay.
Netflix. But PBS has
I like PBS.
Yeah, me too.
Shit. My parents watch it all the time, so I started watching it.
Yeah, they but they have, I guess they allot some of their budget to making kind of like semi-historical TV shows. I'd call Downton Abbey pretty historical TV show because it's pretty accurate.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's called like PBS Masterclass or some shit. I forget. I don't know.
That's cool. Yeah, I also I like a lot of stuff from PBS. Like they have a lot of really good shows, a lot of good interviews too. Okay, I have to talk about some of the like Twitch stuff just because I'm curious and like I don't know if you'll agree to do another one of these. So I have to get it while it's good. This is one question that I have 10,000, 1 billion questions about in all the time, and I've never heard your take on, which is like so just like sort of set this up. There's like 3 million people that are streaming on this platform, right? To every given month, and that's to about like 15 million daily active users. And the ratio of broadcasters to viewers is getting thinner, which means that there are more broadcasters and less viewers, right?
Yeah. It's because it's easier to stream now than it used to be.
It's easier to stream, and
not that it was hard, but like literally it's built into consoles now, like shit like that. I'm sure they accounted for a large
phones.
number of
phones.
And
95% of the people who start streaming are never going to get above 5 viewers.
Yeah.
Right. And then the people that are in the top 1% are 400 viewers, top 0.001% are like 700 viewers. So what do you think of the sort of like meta of like more people? So, and like this is sort of contrasted by like the number one most desired job in America is content creator. Just
really?
Yeah, it beat astronaut, it beat everything. There's a big study that came out recently that said this. So the huge majority of people want to be content creators. That's you. That's right. Yeah.
I'm literally I have the most desirable job in the world.
In the world. Yes. I don't know if that's I mean that's a question for you, right? So is this trend a good thing? Do you think we're leading a lot of people to false expectations, or or what do you think in general of like the sort of Twitch, I want to be a streamer or content
I have a good story about this that I've told on my stream. I had an older friend who had a kid, and I was catching up with them at one point. I lived in Charlotte. Her kid was like 6 or 7-ish. He was young, but old enough to briefly say hello on the phone. And this person had, because her kid watched like Minecraft YouTubers and was familiar with streaming, at least in some rudimentary way. And what do you think the first thing this kid said to me was when she put him on the phone briefly so I could say hello?
Are you a YouTuber?
No.
He
said, "What was the largest donation you've ever gotten?"
He said he was 6.
Yeah. He was like, "What's the biggest dono you've ever gotten?" I was like,
"Holy shit!"
I told him, I was like, "Dude, like most people who do what I do never see any money. So don't forget that."
You crushed the dreams of a 6-year-old.
I did crush his dreams. I honestly, I don't remember exactly what I said, but I do vividly remember hitting him with the reality of the situation, which is that it is unreal. So
yeah. And so what do you think about all this?
I think that more people streaming on Twitch is good, even if the ratio is weird. Even if it's just one person. Some people a lot of these smaller streamers that are streaming for fun, they are watching other streamers anyway, like as they're streaming. Some of them you can even hear it in the background of their streams when you're watching. That's probably a small number of them. I think it raises awareness for a platform. I think the big thing is that there needs to be some kind of something that's the money talks, man. That's the point of my story, is that kid. That's why
that's what he thought about first.
He was like, money. How much free money can I get? Fucking money. So I think that what Twitch needs to do is find, like, they had Twitch Prime. That's free. That's literal free imaginary money that comes from nowhere.
Like, actually, yeah, it's insane that that's the case. There's so few things in business that are like that.
And they have the affiliate program, which is good for getting smaller streamers, they'll have like 100, 200 subs maybe.
I think the affiliate program is a huge scam, by the way.
I'm
super critical of Twitch in this way.
I'm using this as an example to say that if they can figure out some way to lure people into using the platform and making free money like that, then it will win over any other platform. Because I like, from a streaming perspective, I think Twitch is the best.
Yeah, I'd agree.
And the only reason for that is the Twitch chat. And I think the current online Twitch community, like at least the people I see in my Twitch chat and like Forson's chat, all these motherfuckers, dude, they're honestly the ones who will keep and create hardcore fans of Twitch, and people who will eventually post in a Twitch chat and then get involved in a Twitch chat or like a Discord or whatever. I think that the fact that there are more people streaming than ever before, I don't think it really matters. I don't think it does anything positive or negative. I think it's just kind of a byproduct of people seeing it more often. You got like Ninja. Like I saw a little kid getting off a school bus the other day with the Ninja blue wig and the Ninja headband, said Ninja on it.
Holy shit!
They're fucking walking home from elementary school or some shit. It's more visible than it's ever been. It's kind of on the downtick right now, I think, in terms of like public exposure. But man, like I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how to top the Ninja news in terms of wild, rampant Twitch success, which is what people wanted to hear about anyway. Like, video game streamer Ninja gets 250 million Prime subs. Like, he has over fucking 10 quadrillion followers on Twitch. And people are like, wow, this guy makes a lot of money just for playing video games. Isn't that right, Tom? And he's like, yeah, I know. I can't believe it. That's crazy. My son plays video games and I yell at him every day for it. Like,
that is the narrative. Yeah. Like,
I wish the narrative was slightly different. I wish it wasn't just about money. But that's ultimately what's going to pull people in. And I'm sure the people who advertise for Twitch know that. So.
Do you think I don't know that they do. These are guys that I talk to on a pretty regular basis. And the big problem within Twitch right now is, do you know what the marketing adoption curve is?
No.
Okay. Well, let me share with you some exciting analytical stuff. Okay. The marketing adoption curve is a really classic, kind of visual representation of how trends work. Okay. So you're going to have, it's this, and it'll appear on screen probably in a minute. So the way that every product or service as a new technology is introduced to society is thusly. Enthusiasts and visionaries are the first people to pick it up. They're people that are kind of also called early adopters. You probably heard that term.
Right. Yeah.
And then what's not shown here, but is definitely a case actually shown here, is that between these two categories and the pragmatists, the people that are kind of like the normies that sort of pick it up, there is a huge chasm. And very few businesses manage to jump this chasm. So what will happen is you'll have like 15% of the total potential market, right? It's called TAM, it's total addressable market, will be here. And a lot of companies never really managed to go over to pragmatists or conservatives. So example of a company that did do this is YouTube, right? So YouTube was able to kind of cross over from being like a bunch of early adopters that thought it was cool to like going on to like these like more normal audiences. So now the point it's like your mom and dad like watch stuff on YouTube, and that's like a pretty normal thing. Yeah. And there's still some old people that are like, I don't know about that YouTube thing, but it's like mainly like the minority at this point.
Right.
Like, yeah. So Twitch's huge problem right now is they are stuck in this chasm and they can't seem to get out. And no one, including me, has an answer to that. And I was wondering about like your thoughts on that. Is like that if Twitch is going to bring in this sort of
wider
normal audience, how do you do it?
Dude, people are still watching like sports events, and they started to do sports on Twitch with like I think Tim the Tam Man was doing like Monday Night Football or some shit sponsored or whatever. I feel like that's a good start. Is a lot of normal people watch that shit. If there's a way to bring stuff that people would normally have to pay for to Twitch, that would be really good.
Like on TV?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Honestly, they've tried a lot of this stuff, like the watch parties with Amazon. But I think you needed Prime to be able to see those.
It's very early. The head of watch parties is actually going to come on to talk to us. I haven't told you guys that, but that's going to be a thing.
Cool.
Yeah, and like it's very, very early, but the potential behind that is real neat. Because it could mean like you could watch. At first, it's going to be like Amazon Video. And then it might expand. Hopefully, will expand from there. And you could watch like entire seasons of a show with your chat.
But see, the thing that it was pitched to me is that you would only be able to type and not talk.
Yeah, that's very early, right? I don't think so. Right now, like watch parties are like I think it actually creates like a separate stream where you're not even like your notifications don't even pop up and stuff.
Huh.
Yeah, but that's very, very early. It'll get a lot better. And it'll become a lot more accessible. There's all kinds of like old copyright laws and like big problems with like network television that stop this stuff from happening. All kinds of stuff that like doesn't affect the live stream market in the same way. Like you make a live stream, that's just your content, that's your IP, you're done. It's a whole shit show of like contracts and fucking media rights deals and exclusivity rights and stuff in network television. It's like it's a mess. I've dealt with a lot of it. It's like you can never really tell who like owns everything and like everybody wants a piece of it. A lot of money. The advertisers make it more complicated, like we always do. It's just more stuff going around.
Yeah, I don't see. It's hard for me to talk about this because I'm not sure what the average person who's not into Twitch is into. I guess for kids, they're into like TikTok and Instagram, right? That's their thing right now.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
maybe. I don't know. I like these streamers. Like you're doing a TikTok competition right now. That's a smart move because that's who will grow Twitch is young people.
Well, my dude, I know you're kind of hard for cash right now. You know it's kind of tough in the streaming world. So if you want a $500, all you gotta do is create an account.
I'm gonna do the Ninja one. I don't know how the
it
song
actually
goes.
Makes so
My
much
boyfriend.
money. You'd actually make so much success on this. You have no idea, dude. I think if you thought about, okay, I have 1 minute to do the most ridiculous or like funny bit, and what would I do? Like, I think you would do it.
Here's my original idea. You ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get a popular pop song, and I'm gonna play it, and then I'm gonna lip sync it a little bit and dance a little bit, and then when the beat drops, it's gonna get bass boosted, and then I'm gonna switch the image to something completely that's not even related to before.
Your cat.
Boom, and then I'm gonna acid wash the screen,
$1 million deal.
and then shake it. Boom.
So that's basically Pokey's TikTok. Like, dude, this is the kind of thing where it's like, I'm like, man, I just put in a 16-hour workday. That was really cool. And then Pokey does like a Fortnite dance, and it gets 6.9 million views. And I'm like, I'm gonna go to bed. Stop thinking about life for a while.
Hold on, shut up. I'm watching Pokey, man.
Okay. It's tough out there, dude. For us old white people. Yeah.
Dude, just be cute.
Yeah.
Just be cute.
Yeah. It's like, dude, it's
do what Boogie does. Don't wear a shirt.
That works. I could do that. It'd be very different from the type of content that I do now. Right now, I'm trying like life motivational advice shit. No one gives a fuck about that stuff. So
I saw that.
Yeah. Oh, you did?
Yeah, because you showed it on screen at the beginning. I saw the. I said 2 videos, poggers. And
nice. Thanks, dude. It's a work in progress. Okay. What about from like the perspective of like people that want to become content creators? Like, do you have? I think a lot of people look up to you. I know they do. I'm one of them. And do you have anything to say to those people that I think like really want to make it their dream to like do this?
Now.
Yeah.
Make it big on Twitch. Become friends with another big Twitch streamer, and then snipe their streams. Network with other, like, depends on how successful you want to be. Go do some epic random shit in Austin, Texas, dude. You'll get a fucking 1,000 viewers flat right there, dog.
Snipe train wrecks.
Yeah,
snipe Mizkif, yeah.
And then pour some milk on yourself or some shit. I don't know, dude.
So when I said inspiring stuff, I kind of meant like, you know, something that like you could impart upon them, like if you were like their older brother or something, you know, like
My biggest piece of advice is identifying people in your community who are overbearing or weird and getting them out.
good advice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually super good advice.
I basically outlived mine. I didn't actually kick some of mine out. They left. So
You just became so big that it didn't matter. They got lost in the noise, or they literally disappeared.
Like 50, and that's probably why they left, because they didn't have that power over me, dude.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah, I understand.
it's not Kirby, chat. Kirby's just a fucking chatter.
What's a Kirby?
I had a guy in my chat named Kirby who would literally at me, and he had like mastered the art of adding me so that I would see every single one.
How?
He wouldn't even spam it. I don't know. He just knew. And like, not even when I was like using cam or whatever, like he just fucking knew I would be looking at chat, and he'd always say some omega stupid shit every time. And to the point where like I banned his account, and then I unbanned him, and then I banned him again, and then I blacklisted Kirby in my chat. So
whoa, what?
Yeah.
That's insane. That dude has like
he got me.
Yeah,
he got me. He wasn't like toxic or like mean. Actually, no, he was. He'd say some like obnoxious stuff sometimes, but
damn.
But he knew that I would read out loud. I don't know. Like he had my number, dude. I don't know. I don't hate him or anything like that. It's just I banned him because it was annoying, and he didn't stop when I told him to.
It might be, you know, there's those like waves in chat where it kind of slows down for a moment, and he might have like mastered that tempo where he like, you know how people like spam and then there's like a little bit of like a pause.
Yeah.
And then he does it in that like he's like reading the space and time, like he knows that like this is the time to actually strike.
Dude, this guy was better than that. He was the chosen one.
I
wish he had used his powers for good though, instead of fucking annoying me, dude.
Did he knew all the stuff about like how to actually like write something that like really pissed you off too?
Yeah, he'd say like really just annoying shit. Like imagine like a little brother just like chirping at you all the time and just won't shut the fuck up. Like that's what it felt like. But yeah, that's my advice. They're hard. The people are hard to identify, and they basically people who, if you ever feel like you have to pander to somebody to keep them around, otherwise they will do X or Y, then just let them go.
Just let them go. Yeah,
they're guaranteed that that if someone feels possessed to even say some uncomfortable or weird shit to you or have expectations of you, then they probably are also projecting that onto people who are new to your channel, and the people who are new to your channel won't want to stay because there's a weird fuck mod who won't shut the fuck up, or he's doing some like he's in Discord all the time posting like all the fucking time nonstop. Is they're pretty easy to identify once you begin to look at it. Once you start to treat viewers more as not like as like a commodity, but rather just people, then it becomes easier to identify people who are probably there just to get a little internet power or popularity or whatever. It's stupid. It's really stupid. But I've for once again, because of our history with mudding and stuff, it's very easy for me to
detect that.
Pick out. Yeah, and to detect people who are not fucking boring or shitty or whatever, and then hang out with them or instead, or give them a mod in my chat or some shit. So
you've been doing sorry.
No, I was just gonna say that's my advice. That's advice that I've given for the last 4 years. Whenever someone asked me that question and I felt like answering it, that I would say just don't have overbearing viewers, I guess. Get rid of them.
You've been doing a lot more collabs lately. And that's super cool. Like, are you planning on doing like more of that kind of stuff? Like, you've been on the Scuff podcast a few times. You've come here. You've been doing some really cool shit with Smite and Laziz, like, right? Like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't like having I mean, except for this, and even then I was late. I don't like having engagements that I need to keep to.
Obligations. Yeah.
Obligations.
I respect that. Yeah, I totally do. Like,
The kind of collab that I would want to do is I wanted to say podcast, but I don't even really feel compelled to want to do a podcast.
If someone did everything for you, would you show up?
Maybe. I don't know if I really have time to
That's
do
the
one.
problem. Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you be willing to do something like this every once in a while?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes.
Yeah. I like as low commitment as I can get you to do as possible. I would be willing to do. Like maybe I hit you up like once every few weeks, or something, if that's cool.
Absolutely.
Okay. You don't have to say yes.
Yeah, I won't.
Okay.
I don't say yes to anything or anybody.
I absolutely know that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you do say yes, please commit.
I will.
You can tell me no, and I'll never feel bad.
Dude, I was pissed, man. When I went to that restaurant today, I went fucking 30 minutes early, dude. It's literally right down the street, and it was just packed. And I was like,
"Oh,
this guy's quick. He'll make it fast." And then he was. I walked out at 3:05. So
as long as I know you're coming, I'm cool, dude. I can do whatever. Like,
well, the first time I didn't tell you that I wasn't coming. And
that's
then I
true.
just missed it.
Yeah, that's what
that's what I was worried about. Like I don't have like Discord on my phone. I don't have anything on my phone.
I'm just gonna get your number after this. We'll just we'll just do that. Because I also did another invitation for you. I don't know if you're down for that. Did you read that?
No.
Really? You want me to send it again? Hold on.
Yes.
This is a secret invitation.
Oh yeah, no, I did see that.
Yeah. You decide. If you want,
I will consider that.
Yes, consider it. Could be very fun.
It sounds appealing to me.
Yeah, it'll be really cool. There's a lot of cool stuff to see. But the other thing I had a question on was because you have to go soon, right?
Mm-hmm.
I like the game jam idea, and I'm trying to think of things. And there's sort of a longer conversation here around like sort of pre-prepared content on Twitch that I wanted to have. That's kind of about like how Twitch is sort of evolving towards. Do you watch like Critical Role? Do you know what that is?
Yeah. Dude. Listen, man. I'm not the biggest fan of the people on Critical Role, but I watched a couple episodes recently, like Omega recently.
Like you don't like the voice actors or the way that they?
I don't. It doesn't. When I think D&D, I think sweaty loser nerds and fucking.
And these are like ripped
people
ass
who can
fucking like.
Yeah, it's and I'm not trying to gatekeep being a nerd,
sure.
But you got to think about the. I don't know. Maybe there is some like 4D chess. Like board meeting that went out. It's like, all right, we need to get this person. I heard he's into D&D, maybe, possibly. It's fucking.
They're definitely popularizing it. Like they're definitely making it like more like pop D&D. You know what I mean? Like it's not like the traditional like, oh, I roll a D20 while the dragon hits for 7 damage. Like
that's what I want. That's the stuff I like.
But that stuff doesn't get 60,000 concurrent.
True.
Yeah, that's the problem.
It is literally D&D light.
Yeah, but I think Critical Role in a really interesting way has made Dungeons & Dragons so much more accessible to people. Like there's so many more people that are playing tabletop. Like I think a big reason you know about PAX. The
tabletop
PAX.
They do. Oh no.
There's a PAX that's dedicated just to tabletop now.
I did not know that.
Yeah, and it's in like BFE. It's in like is it in Pennsylvania, chat? Once a year. Yeah, PAX Unplugged. Philadelphia, yeah.
I don't want to go to Philadelphia, dude. I'm gonna get shot, dog.
Wait, what?
I don't want to go to downtown Philadelphia.
It's very safe. I'm sure it's very safe, dude.
I don't know.
Someone just got shot where I live in Seattle, dude.
Yeah,
it happens.
Was it the McDonald's shit or?
It was downtown Seattle. I think someone got shot in the street.
Yeah,
it's getting weird down there now.
Yeah.
I live in Redmond, so it's a the cops just like very quietly ship the homeless people back over to downtown Seattle when they wander over here. But once we get the tram, we can't stop that, so they'll be here.
There's a guy on Twitch, DS Koopa, who runs
Of course, I just had a collab with him like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
I was at a store.
I went to his store years ago, or not years ago, but it was like a year ago or some shit.
Oh, okay.
And I saw that on his counter he had little slips that like were advertising his Twitch stream or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then fast forward months, I randomly saw his stream on Twitch, and I was like, I've been in there. I've purchased stuff from this guy before, and it's sitting in my closet right now. I thought that was so cool.
It's a really cool store, and he also he's killing it too. He has 3 stores in Seattle, and
Really?
he has like his biggest problem, which is finding enough retro game inventory to sell because he moves it so fast.
Dude, man, let's talk about that. In Charlotte, I frequented a couple of retro game stores, and there's 2 different ones were owned by the same guy, and he was younger than I was, and he apparently was moving like fucking truckloads of shit.
Yeah.
Just like selling them in bulk at all times, dude. And I'm like, fuck that, man. Like, I want to see the inventory so I could potentially buy it. And this guy is just fucking moving it behind the scenes. I tried to buy an arcade machine from this guy. It was a TMNT one. I forget which game it was.
Oh, okay.
But it was a good condition. It was sitting in the front window of his store, and he said that he was selling it that night along with every other arcade machine he had, and it was just like fucking yeah. But no, that's what these guys do. They do like these, like they'll put out an ad and then sell all of their shit.
Well, he's the DS Cooper goes around the whole country buying that stuff. So he did this Washington tour where he went to every retro game store, and one guy was just on his way out, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm kind of done with it." And the guy and DS Cooper was like, "I'll buy all your shit in your store for $15K." And he literally bought it for $15K, and he has made like 5, 6, 7 times the amount off that inventory already, and he has like a ton of it, like somewhere, like because he's just moving products so fast.
Yeah,
it's really cool.
Hold on. Quick aside, I'm sorry about my cam not being in focus, chat, but I literally plugged it in right before the stream. I haven't even configured it, so
yeah, it looks fine.
This guy, I went to the University District store, Pink Gorilla store, in Chinatown. Or it was close to Chinatown or some shit. I don't know. And close to the giant fucking gate, like Chinese gate, in downtown Seattle. I forget.
The big red one.
Yeah. That one. I love the store. I got my Dreamcast there.
Yeah, it's super cool theme. Like I took Hot Chubby to the one that is like, I guess, their main store in the University District. And it's pretty like, I mean, it just like, I think we were going to, I don't know if we even talked about this yet, but it just got broken into. It was like big on LSF.
That's what.
Yeah,
I was gonna bring it up. I forgot to. But yeah, he got that. That made me so mad, dude.
I can 100% understand how it happened because when I was with DS Cooper 2 weeks ago, we were walking down the street. And this guy runs up at full speed, and he's like, he talks to him. He's like, almost got him. And then like DS Cooper's like, you'll get him next time, Steven. Like he was on a first name basis with a crazy homeless person, straight up, right? Because that's how fucking crazy that area is.
Oh, dude, they're making these those tiny houses and shit for them.
Oh, really?
That's good. Yeah. Or they recently voted to, or they're going to vote to increase the cap in Seattle to like 40 or some shit. Those tiny house villages. Yeah, man.
It's a real big problem. Amazon, feeds them for free. Did you know that?
No.
There's a big booth outside the Amazon buildings in downtown Seattle, and it's a fruit booth. Anybody can take one.
Huh.
It's bananas, apples. It's only fruit, but it's like apparently it's like Jeff Bezos' personal fruit.
Thank you, Jeff Bezos.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
It's out of his fund. Like it's out of his thing. It's just like,
dude, that's $100 a day for Jeff Bezos. Yeah. Thank you so much, Lord Bezos, for the dying and rotting fruit. Thank you.
I have a friend that's a VP over at Amazon. He's coming on the show today after this, and we were walking by this thing, and I was like, does that guy sell those bananas? Like, no, he just works for Amazon and he just gives them away. And I'm like, wait, I can just take a banana? He's like, yeah, go for it. And like, it's just Did
you eat it?
Yeah, I did.
Wow.
Yeah, I ate.
I wouldn't eat a city banana.
Really?
No.
I mean, I'm sure, dude. It's Amazon. Like, I assume they source that from like organic fucking.
It's a blood banana.
It's from their sacrifices. Like
an 8-year-old kid in Cambodia died to bring you that banana.
Have you ever seen also in downtown Seattle? Have you ever seen those like giant glass domes they built?
No.
Okay, there are these 2 huge like spheres, and they're full of plants. And one of Ethan, like he tells me these crazy stories. One of the plants in there is I think it's called a corpse plant. And
yeah.
It's this giant plant that opens up once a year and it smells like a dead body.
Yep.
and then it closes again. So
I've never smelled a corpse plant or a dead body, and I'm kind of trying to go my whole life without smelling a dead person.
That's a good outcome. I think that's a good personal development goal. You gotta keep your self-improvement goals in check. That's a good one. So I was trying to figure out, I was like, why did Amazon build these enormous spheres in downtown Seattle? Because it doesn't make any sense for, like, if it's not making them any money, why would they do it? It turns out that downtown Seattle has a beautification rule. It's a law that 1% of your entire like budget, your building budget, has to go to like art and beautification. So rather than just like make all of their buildings look like that, Amazon just built those two things and we're like, here you go, idiots. Like, now we have this. And like, that's why if you go to every, if you go into every building in downtown Seattle, they all have like these like weird like modern art projects in them.
Man, I hate modern art. I've never liked the only modern art I like is like construction for houses. Some of the modern houses are really good looking, I think.
Yeah.
Like the fucking collection of shape houses and shit. I love that. I
like those. I like the idea of like minimalist homes as well. Not like the tiny homes where it's like, this is my toilet and this is my bed, like that kind of thing. But like, I like the minimalist homes. Are super cool.
I was watching YouTube videos about that semi recently.
Yeah.
It was an English show. And some guy built like a shed behind his grandparents' house or some shit. And it was, you could walk across the whole thing in like 5 steps or some shit. And then like,
those are crazy.
He slept in like a loft above his living room and just fucking tiny house bullshit.
There's like, I feel like every single time you talk about something, there's like a perfect emote for it. I don't think I've ever seen this emote, Moon Too Bed. Yeah, that shit's fucking great.
There's some good Moon Too Bed variations. There's one where it looks like he's jerking off. Like the sheets are moving a little bit. And then there's one where there's another guy wearing a hat behind him and then like he's like goes under the sheets slowly.
Do you have a like dedicated emote artist? Like, or did people just make these?
Not anymore. But yeah, I mostly take suggestions from Twitch chat.
How did you get Eel? That's my favorite right now.
One of my favorite streamers, Bulldog, Admiral Bulldog, does stupid because he's Swedish. He does his pronunciation of words is technically correct, but different.
Yeah,
and he says eel instead of heel. And I started saying it because he wouldn't shut the fuck up. And like whenever he'd heal, because he plays Dota and like he'd life steal if he was life stealing, he'd be like eel, eel, eel. So one of my subs drew that eel. I added it last night, actually.
Oh, it's brand new?
Yeah.
Dude, this is like one of my favorite emotes ever. This thing's so cool. Do you have to delete, like, for one to live, one must die? Are you like maxed out? Yeah. So do you just decide on like the least popular one and get rid of it?
I asked chat, but honestly, I know exactly which one I'm going to remove every time I do it.
Oh, because you just know which one's like kind of like out of.
Because I'm always in my chat when I'm streaming, so I know which emotes are not getting used.
And they will always bitch. Like that'll be the one where they're like, "That's the emote that I love the most."
I got 3 emails about the emote I removed last night.
I'm surprised it was only 3 out of 15,000.
2 DMs, 3 emails. But yeah, no.
How do you keep your DMs open?
No one really DMs me, dude.
Oh, don't say that.
it's not like, well, I'm gonna get DM'd now. Yeah. Please don't DM me. Yeah. I'm gonna have to open and close your DM now.
I'm sorry I did this to you because this is like, I was really surprised that you were responding to me on Discord through DMs. And I also know you have them open. I don't have anything open. I can't do it. The inflow is too much. I figured maybe it was, I have a philosophy that like maybe it's that like I don't mean this is gonna sound like really mean, but like people don't really have a reason to DM you. Otherwise, like they might just be like, oh, like cool stuff. Like for me, it's like, hey, Devin, how do I join an agency or be a streamer or make a lot of money? You're like, oh, I wanna, it's like fucking like 5,000 fucking DMs like all the time. I had to close down my Discord messages because I was getting 25 a day. It's just too much for me to onboard because I want to answer them.
I'll get about maybe 13 I have to click through before each stream, and I don't mind doing it. And I read everyone. I don't respond to everyone though. That's probably why I'm able to do it, is because a lot of them I will not respond to.
Do you respond to all your emails?
60%.
That's a good rate.
Yeah. It depends on what's being asked, I guess.
Do you get a lot of people that ask you for things?
Sometimes I get GoFundMes. I actually thought about donating to someone's GoFundMe the other day. But you never know if they're scamming you or not, dude.
You don't know that, and then you also, I feel like some streamers have told me this, where they feel like they're especially larger streamers are feeling like they're setting a precedent, right? Because like if you donate to a GoFundMe, then inevitably like little Jimmy's like super cancer fund is gonna appear, like there's gonna be like 5,000 of them, like oh, like my cat's in a tree, MoonMoon, like you need to donate to save me, shit like that. Like you care about cats, don't you? You have your own, like you would donate $15,000 for this, like it's that kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I feel like that's like kind of a dangerous precedent to set.
Well, what can you do, mate?
Yeah.
I gotta go, Devin.
Okay. Thank you so much, dude. It's for doing this. It is a really, really cool that you wanted to come out for another one of these. And I hope here we're gonna do some fellatio for a second, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So because I don't know when I'm going to talk to you again, but it probably will. I guess we'll probably do this sometime in like maybe a few weeks or a month or something, if you're
Soon.
up for it. Yeah, soonish. But dude, like a huge amount. I've been a streamer for 8 years, and I never really had it. I would have like 100, 200 viewers, and I was playing like the best game in the world. That I'm very angry that you have started playing, by the way, which is League of Legends. I hope you stop. Before it's too late.
No,
it might already be too late. You said you're going to stream it on tomorrow.
Soon. Yeah, I think I might do. It depends on how I feel. I might do Tales of Montreal though.
Please, that's such a better life choice. Please. Yeah. Oh God. Okay, I'm speaking for all chat.
That might be the better than Stone Shard stream.
I have a friend named Destiny, and he had fallen into this, okay? Where you have to understand that League has great and terrible power. So I just consider whatever family you have left, your Twitch chat, everything, okay? And they're all praying simultaneously for you to not play League of Legends. I know it's fun. It's fun until it's too late. And I'm fucking with you, but no, like, dude, I was like a League of Legends streamer. I was losing my mind doing it. I had like 100 to 150 viewers. And I could never like really at one point I actually got up to like 3,000 concurrents consistently, and then I decided one day right before I was going to stream, I'll make this quick because I know you gotta go.
That's fine.
I decided that I wasn't going to stream League of Legends because I spent the first 15 minutes before I hit start stream crying under my desk because I was playing League of Legends full time and I was going so fucking insane doing it that I couldn't handle it.
That's crazy.
So
I never got that way about Overwatch.
Did you almost get there though?
Maybe. Yeah. But I always did variety streams occasionally, so it helped.
It does. And so I went from 3,000 concurrents to less than 200, where I stayed for the next like 5 years. And I did other shit. I went to esports. I did a bunch of other stuff. But the point is, I didn't really pick streaming back up in a real way. But when I found your broadcast, like, I think we're at 19 months subbed now.
Mm-hmm.
You really inspired me. And a lot of what you have done, I have been able to sort of translate into my own voice to make the stream that I have now, which is about Twitch and about the meta and about everything that happens on here, and also just about gaming and industry in general. And you helped me find my voice, man. And I want you to know that, like, you may not realize in your day-to-day the happiness that you bring people, but you yourself have individually changed my life in a very real way. And I thank you for that. Sincerely.
My pleasure. Absolutely. I'm glad that a shithead like me could make a change in at least one person's life.
Yeah, I mean, like, in a huge way. Like, I sit at, anywhere between like 700 to 900 concurrents now. Like, I've learned a ton about entertaining from you. And also, for whatever it's worth as well, I got hundreds of comments about our last show and how many people were like inspired to hear your story and your mindset on success and everything, which is why I like bringing you here to kind of talk to you about that.
I like talking about it.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, we'll do it again sometime.
Please.
Yeah. Thank you so much for being here, man.
Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, appreciate it.
I gotta go.
All right.
Goodbye, everybody.
See you later, man. Until next time. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for being here for that. That was super cool. I want him to know. It's so rare that I actually have the opportunity to get, in front of the people that I really, really respect. And so one of the things that I like, there's a couple of people on Twitch that really inspire me. I would say it's probably like 3 to 5 people, and my goal is to get them on this show so that we can talk to them about stuff. And Moon wanting to be here twice, and then like kind of semi agreeing to like, I think we might be able to get him out for a 3rd time, which is awesome. I'll bother him in like a month or so. He's got a lot to do, and he's like really got a lot of shit on his plate. So like, I don't want to like be overbearing or whatever. I have a lot of questions to ask him just about like the kind of like community he fosters, how he thinks about his show, how he selects games, the habits that he does every day, stuff like that I want to like have answered, and everything like that. But thanks for pushing Tome. Yeah, I hope he stops playing League of Legends. How did you get Moon to get the cam back? I didn't ask him or anything. He just decided to do that. That's all his shit, dude. Moon, more so than any other streamer that I know, he plays by his own tune. I promise you, I have zero influence over that dude. He decides what the fuck he wants to do, and he does it, man. Like, and I respect him for that, man. Like, he doesn't like, if he wants to be on the show, he'll be on the show. If he doesn't want to be on the show, no one's gonna tell him any different. And if he wanted to do webcam, he went out to Walmart and bought one. I thought it was fucking super cool. I didn't need him to have one. I don't give a fuck, dude. He can come here however he wants, you know? Like, it's totally his choice. But the fact that he wanted to come here for like yeah, like he just didn't. I don't know. It's like, it's one of the reasons that I respect him, kind of. Like, shit, man. You know, one thing that I really do agree with him about in the business world is like, there are so many things that actually contractually lock you down and get you stuck. The more into like the contract and sponsorship world you get into, you start to like kind of lose what is authentically yourself, because you have all these sponsors and all these brands telling you how to be. And one of the things that I've tried to do a lot is, so this show, I actually never talked to Moon about this. I don't even know if he has any idea, but I don't take any sponsorships or anything, like personally, because I agree with a lot of the precedent that he sets as well. Now that's given that like I'm selling sponsorships for streamers, and I'm like part of the, in a very real way, I'm part of the problem that he that he actually talks about. But I try really hard to oh, hang on. This is Ethan, I think. This who's coming over in a little bit. I think he's telling me that he's on his way. Okay, cool. Yeah. So he'll be here really soon for our next show. And we're just going to chill till then. Our next show is, I'll tell you guys that about in a minute. But one of the things that I haven't got to talk to Moon about is I really feel strongly that streamers who are 100% dependent on their income so that their stream survives the next month is like really unhealthy for the chat, the community, and the streamer themselves. And one of the things that like I don't, so although I love streaming and like I really appreciate subs, and I put all the money that I get from this stream back into the community, which is actually true. Like I actually give it back to, we have this thing called the lab, and the lab is this like kind of like workplace of people that do everything from like, lately they've been doing like a lot of research. We got 2 people, Raxif and Hephaestus, who are just killing it on research. They helped a lot with the research for this stream with Moon, and they do a lot of work. But like, it's video editors, people like that. We give back to the community, or I try to, and I do like, I'm going to do more tournaments and more communities and things like that. So, but the fact that I don't need streaming income, I think, is a really, really big part of why I'm able to become more authentic. And I think a lot when Moon says that shit about like, when he says that thing, like, you know, almost as if there's like a proportional value to like the amount that you take in sponsorships and start to go like hard sellout mode, like is proportional to the amount that you can be creative and entertaining. I don't think I really got good as a streamer until I didn't have to worry about that. Until I truly, like, hand to God, I want you guys to sub. I want you to donate. That's great, and it helps me, and it matters. But I at the end of the day, what I truly want from the bottom of my heart is every single person here to grow and become the best version of themselves. And if I never get a sub, I'm good. I'm gonna keep doing this. Like that's 100% true. I promise. Like from the bottom of my heart, I just want that outcome. And I think that gives me, and I'm blessed in my life to be able to run an agency and to do that because when Moon comes, it's cool to talk to Moon in particular because there is truly no way that he or I could really benefit each other. I can't sell him as an agency, and you know he doesn't want anything from me, so it works. You know, and it's really cool to have those conversations. I'm super glad he comes out, but I feel like that if you take anything away from the talk that we just had, that idea of because Moon talked about that a lot, that idea of like when that kid picked up the phone with him and was like, how much was your biggest donation? And the kid was like 6. Oh, thank you, Biggs, for the 5 subs, dude. Appreciate that a lot. We got some people in here that got them. Thank you very much, man. That like makes me think that like a lot of people, like if you're getting into streaming and you're getting into content creation for the money, like you are super, super disadvantaged from the people that are there because they want to create something that is just like something they want to see in the world. For me, like I want to see a stream that has industry level, like really good talk about what's actually going on in esports and gaming and brings on people that are extremely fucking fascinating like MoonMoon and talks about real shit. That's what I want to do. And like, I want to see that in the fucking world. That's going to exist in this fucking world. And if I have to work a job where I fucking like, you know, pick up trash or whatever the fuck I got to do, if I have 4 extra hours at the end of the night,